Mr Cormann, 8 years ago, I became the whistleblower in the Commonwealth Bank financial planning scandal. The subsequent Senate inquiry of 2014 found that your tough cop, ASIC, was a timid and hesitant regulator and recommended a royal commission into the Commonwealth Bank. Many more financial scandals have taken place since then, all of them on ASIC's watch, and yet your government still refuses to call a royal commission. Yet at the same time, your government also takes millions of dollars in political donations from those same banks. So my question to you, Mr Cormann, is how can this possibly be right?
Well, we think it's very important that if any bank or any financial services institution does anything wrong, that effective action is taken, and that is why we've provided additional powers and resources to ASIC. You're right. I mean, there have been a series of inquiries. There has been a Senate inquiry. We've had the financial systems inquiry. In our judgment, having more inquiries and just continuing to look at issues without actually having the capacity to take effective action is not the best way forward. We've taken action. We've given additional resources to ASIC. We've responded to the recommendations that have been made by various inquiries. Like in our judgment, it was time for action, not time for yet another inquiry that essentially would not be able to do anything about what it finds. If you look at what happened in terms of the Trade Union Royal Commission, that actually investigated facts that could not otherwise be investigated because the previous Labor government abolished the Australian Building and Construction Commission, a regulator that we want to bring back. But when it comes to the financial services sector, there is a regulator, and that regulator is ASIC, and we've worked to make that regulator more effective, give it more powers and more resources.
Mathias, can I just go back to our questioner? Well, you've heard the answer. Do you want a follow-up question?
Well, I would say that if ASIC really was a tough cop, none of these scandals would have happened in the first place. And I would also say that we've seen what a Royal Commission can achieve through the Royal Commission into child abuse. And for $53 million, less than one-third the cost of the pointless plebiscite on marriage equality, you could have a Royal Commission into the banks.
Well, I mean, many of the events that you talk about, of course, were happening in the period of the previous Labor governments, and some of them actually in relation, some of them during the period when Bill Shorten was the Financial Services Minister. So since then there have been a whole series of inquiries. There has been a response by government. Government has provided additional resources and additional powers to ASIC, and our judgment is that that is the best way forward.
Let's hear from the